All right, everybody, welcome tonight to this live webinar. Thanks for dialing in and getting logged on here. My name is Kirby Wright, and I am an ambassador with Zurvita, and I'm joined tonight by my fellow ambassador, Mr. Alex Dinverno, and we get the opportunity to share with you the Zurvita story, and I love doing these webinars and sharing the Zurvita story and talking about what's going on here. And we got a big convention coming up this next weekend. We're all excited about that. This will be the last webinar we do. Well, we won't be doing one next week because we'll be at the convention. And if you don't know about that, just finding out about things, that is the 19th and 20th in San Antonio. Going to be nice, warm weather and a phenomenal weekend. We've still got some tickets available. If we'd love for you to join us if you can. So here's the plan. I am going to introduce you to a couple of things about the business and kind of where we are with market timing. And then I'm going to talk specifically about this amazing product that we call Zeal Wellness. And then Mr. Dinverno is going to talk about how you can profit from that and how you can get involved as early as tonight. So with that, let's get started onto the slides here. So Zurvita is the name of the company. That stands for the risen life, a Latin word, big story behind the name of the company there called Zurvita. And pretty inspiring growth. Last year we closed out at $80 million in sales annually. And the product was introduced in February 2011. Okay, so actually I believe it was February 18th of 2011. So we're coming up on 5 years here in a couple of days. Pretty amazing. As you see in the bottom of your screen, DSA member. We are a direct selling association member. That is a kind of a governing body for the industry that makes sure people stay in line in the direct selling world. Not an easy organization to get into, honestly. Most companies don't get in, and we were proud to be accepted into that membership. Also, the Better Business Bureau, you probably heard of that. We're headquartered in Houston and have an A+ rating. Which really just means that we take care of our people. You can't have that kind of rating if you don't. And the Direct Selling News is a publication that does a global top 100 of all the direct selling companies in the world. And we've been in the top 100 for the past couple of years. Proud of that. And also proud of the fact that Success from Home magazine has featured Zurvita 2 different times, full of articles on success stories of the product, of the business. And it's a pretty amazing press. We got a little bit of press going on, but still a young company. And we're so young that we have a lot of untapped market potential still. If you look at this little map, the hot spot, if you will, is right there in the center. Of course, we're down at the bottom of Texas in Houston, and then North Texas and Oklahoma is where the growth kind of started. And it really wasn't designed that way, just kind of happened. Some people got on the product, got great results, started getting in the business and sharing the product and driving a Mercedes, and it just started happening. And it's now expanded a little bit out into California, a little bit in Arizona and Utah. Just got back from a meeting in Chicago. Good people up that way, up in Maine, and then West Virginia, and starting to pop up in other little places. But pretty much guaranteed wherever you are, nobody has heard about this product. Plus, we're now expanding globally. We're in Canada and Australia and other countries, and those are going to just continue as we grow. Now, what I think is cool about that is that you can be in business for yourself, working from your home, and doing business around the world. That's pretty cool from your smartphone even. So I want to talk specifically in just a second about this breakthrough product. Dr. Scott Van Loo, one of our medical doctors on the Scientific Advisory Board, believes that this is a breakthrough product and a major advancement in health and nutrition. And I believe it is primarily because of its simplicity, because it's loaded with nutrition, but it's also very simple to consume and very simple to keep up with. It's just a once a day, all in one. It's very unique. We're the only people that have this. We have the exclusive rights to a very powerful product. It is one of a kind, and it is producing life-changing results. That really, at the root, that is the root of the expansion and the explosion that's going on, because people are getting such great results. Now, if you're thinking about being involved in a business, it'd be a good idea probably to be in a big business and one that's growing. So this particular wellness industry that we're in is a $3.4 trillion a year global industry. That's 3 times bigger than this pharmaceutical industry that we all know is huge. So Wright industry, growing industry, and so what are we addressing here? What is the problem? You know, when you want to have a solution to a problem. So the problem that we're dealing with is our health. You know, most of us we want to look better, we want to feel better, we want to be healthier, but the truth of the matter is we're not doing a good job of it. As a country, we are still sick. Okay, we're still dealing with these diseases, cardiovascular disease and diabetes and cancer and chronic pain, chronic fatigue, thyroid, inflammation, and a whole lot more. Okay, and obesity. I mean, 2/3 of the United States, the people that live in the United States, 2/3 are either overweight or obese. And the third that's obese is now getting bigger than the third that's simply overweight. So it's this problem is not getting better. This problem is getting worse, and people are just worn out, tired all the time, dragging through the day, dragging through the week to get to Friday, to have a couple of days to recover, to do it all over again on Monday. That's not much of a way of life. But so many people live that, working in jobs that they don't like, just barely making ends meet. Okay, so what is really the problem? We believe, and most people believe, that the biggest issue is our food system. You know, we've got to exercise, we've got to drink water, there's things that we got to do, but when our food system has changed like it has, the corn that we eat today is not the corn that our grandparents ate. Things have changed. Things have been modified. The crops are loaded with pesticides and insecticides and herbicides, and the animals are injected with growth hormones and steroids and the preservatives that are in our food. It's really kind of scary when you look at it, and we consume this because that's all we know. Most of us base our food decisions based on three things. Taste, number one, does it taste good? Cost, is it cheap? And third is the speed at which I can get it. That's why we're cruising through the drive-through restaurants, you know, the drive-through restaurant. That's kind of funny, but drive-throughs. So the bottom line is that our food has changed, and without proper nutrition at a cellular level, our bodies are breaking down. And when they do that, many times after years, the key really is to get ahead of the disease curve. But that's what we're about, is trying to help people to stop feeding their bodies with the bad stuff. Start feeding your body with the good stuff, so that you don't end up at the doctor's office where the drugs are prescribed, where the doctor says, okay, you've got an illness, so here's a drug for that. And that drug is a very powerful drug that can address the symptoms, usually not the root cause of the problem, but address the symptoms. But it comes usually with some side effects, sometimes very serious, sometimes from diarrhea and vomiting to sudden death. Okay, this is serious stuff. You don't want to be on pharmaceuticals if you can avoid it. So people are looking for natural solutions. People would love to not have to be on medication. People would love to be able to take natural solutions, but we go down to the health food store, we go down to the vitamin store, and we get overwhelmed. We get confused. It's real easy to get confused with so many choices, and within each category, there's so many different choices and so many different amounts to take and all these different combinations, and it can be very expensive. Many times in the past, I would go in and walk out with bags of bottles, you know, of 10 or 15 or 20 different things that I was taking. I'd have to take some in the morning, some in the evening, some at lunch, some with a meal, some without. You know, it just, I couldn't keep up. And so as a result, many of us don't adhere to that because it's complicated, it's confusing, it's expensive, and the results are just not there. So, introduce you to Zurvita Zeal Wellness. Okay, Zeal Wellness is this all-in-one product that we're talking about. So what we wanted and what we have now is a very rich product, rich with superfoods. So you've probably heard of things like noni and goji and acai berries and aloe. Everybody's heard of aloe and moringa. Okay, these are some superfoods that certainly have been around the planet forever. The people of the native to those countries where they grow they've discovered that they're good for you. You know, they'll chew them up or they'll mix them up in a tea, and they've discovered that they're good for you. Now the scientists have been studying. There's more science, more studies on aloe than any other botanical out there. Hundreds and hundreds and hundreds of studies. The scientists know why this stuff is good for us. Okay, so we started with that. Then we added our kind of secret ingredient, stabilized rice bran. Now, you've probably never heard of that. That is the rice bran is the important part of the rice. Okay, it's usually removed during the milling process. That's where all the nutrients are. And so some people, some really smart people figured out a few years ago how to stabilize it so that we now have this most nutrient dense whole food source on the planet. And we have, Zurvita has the exclusive first rights of manufacturing. So all of these superfoods are a big part of the product. Now, we looked at putting this in pill form, but it was not going to work because you'd have to take 56 pills a day to equal one serving. It comes in a powder. Okay, you just mix it with water, shake it, take it. And we were very conscious of the cost. We wanted it to be something that people could afford, about the cost of a cup of coffee at $2 a day. Now, as I mentioned, it comes in a powdered form, so you just add water, put it in that little bottle, crack it open, add some water, shake it, and take it, and you're out the door, good to go for the day. That's why it's so simple, and it does have great value. It is convenient, and the results people get are fantastic. I'm going to talk more about that in a second, but many times they get them fast, within 30 minutes. Many times people feel a difference in how they feel, and they can notice that. So Mark McKnight is the formulator. He's formulated products that have sold over $5 billion worth at retail. He believes this is his greatest work. We do too. We're excited about this product and taking it to the marketplace. So in summary, we've got the most complete wellness product known, with all these superfoods, all the whole food concentrates. In addition, these important vitamins and minerals, the bioavailable and ionic minerals and fulvic minerals that are in the product are there because they're no longer in our foods in many cases, and our bodies desperately need these minerals, and these are the bioavailable form of them. In addition, other herbs, adaptogenic herbs like ashwagandha and bacopa and ginseng, and this thing is loaded up with nutrition. It's kind of like a premium health food store in one bottle. And again, we're not talking about lots of products and lots of money. We're talking about one product and $2 a day. Now, I'm going to put this little screen up here about a disclaimer on, on the product, because people get carried away sometimes telling their story, and the stories are so fantastic, we can't really even talk about them on a recorded call like this. But so I would encourage you to get back with the person that invited you to this webinar and ask them about what the product's doing for them. But more importantly, get on the product yourself. That's where you're going to know what's really going on every day. Every single day, we're getting people on the product, and I'm hearing it. They're skeptical. Everybody's skeptical. I understand that. And then later that day or the next day or the day, they're calling back going, you know what? I understand what you're talking about. And I do feel better. I do have more mental clarity. I do have more energy. I have less brain fog. I feel better. I just feel like getting out and about. And so that's where it starts. And then people stay on it because they feel good right away. But after you've been on the product for 30 or 60 or 90 days, then you're really going to know what it's all about. And that's why we have such raving fans and loyal customers in this company. So there are a lot of people around the world now getting real results. So that's my encouragement to you, is just, find out about what's going on. It comes in 3 amazing flavors. And the very best thing that you could do, well, I think getting involved in the business, we're going to talk about that. I'm excited about that, and an opportunity to make some great money part-time or more full-time if you want. But the very best thing you can do is get on the product. So we've got this deal that we call the Customer Loyalty Program. And we've also got a weight management system you can ask about if you need to lose weight. But I'd suggest everybody start here with Zeal Wellness. $79.95 for your initial order for this canister, a 30-day supply. But here's what's cool. You get on auto ship, and every month after that, it's $59.95, and you always get 12 free bottles. So you get the canister, which is normally $69.95, and 12 free bottles for $60 a month. All right, so you can take those to work with you, take them when you travel, try different flavors and things. It's an awesome deal. So that's my encouragement to you. If you don't get anything else out of this webinar, please get back with the person that invited you and say, I want to try the product. If you want to just try a couple of bottles, maybe they'll work you out some samples. And but anyway, that is my encouragement to get on the product, because it is changing people's lives. So what I want to do now is turn this webinar over to my colleague, Mr. Alex Dinverno, to talk about the business, because This product has created a huge opportunity for people to get involved in this thing part-time, which is the way everybody starts from all different walks of life, usually with no experience whatsoever. Start sharing this product and sharing this business and make some serious money. $1,000 in your first month is very common, and then $2,000 to $5,000 a month on an ongoing basis in 3 to 6 months is a good goal. There are people doing that and a whole lot more every day. So let me unmute Mr. Dinverno here. All right, Alex, you there?
All right, perfect. Well, first of all, thank you everyone for your patience. I can assure you that we're going to fly through this. And also, I want to thank Kirby Wright, an amazing job on the front half, explaining, what we have our hands on right now. And we also know that there is a major epidemic out there financially. People today are struggling financially. I talk to people on a daily basis, and people are living check to check. If their main source of income was removed, they would be completely in a bad situation. Most people would go bankrupt within 90 to 120 days because they would lose all their income. So we have a solution to that problem as well financially. Now, we're excited about this because we have an opportunity where you could start something part-time. And I love this quote by Robert Kiyosaki, a renowned author. He said, "The richest people in the world look for and build networks while everyone else looks for work." If you're looking for a way to actually make or generate an additional income into your house, there's no other opportunity out there for the average person to go out there, start something, not have to give up anything that they have going on in their life right now, and actually be able to start something part-time and create a business that can start generating income into your house and actually give you an opportunity to remove you from your job if that may be the case, or replace your job. Now, if we look at the timing here, this is very unique because it's funny. Everyone's heard the term timing's everything and being in the right place at the right time. Those are all cliches, but the thing about cliches is cliches are all true. And being that they're all true, I want you to look at this right here. We closed out last year at 80 million in sales. 80 million in sales. But you know what? We haven't even scratched the surface. We are about to get into some major momentum, and you can see where you're positioned here on the bell curve. This is timing. Timing's on your side. But more importantly, you're in a position where the company is made the formulation, and now they're in the concentration stage, and the whole momentum now is going into growth, and you can be on the forefront of that. Now let's talk about our founders of our company. I want to just start off by saying this. My number one criteria when evaluating this company, my number one criteria over the product, over the money, over everything was who is running this company, who is in charge, who's making the final decisions. And when I met Mark and Tracy Jarvis, our founders, you can see right here, this is what I loved about them most. Number one, they have built organizations. They have been just like you and me. Before Zurvita, they were consultants in the field, and they built a massive residual income. In fact, the last 8 years that they were building that business, they made over $1 million a year annually, 8 straight years. So they knew what it was like to be in the field. They knew what it was like to be me. And so that was my number one criteria. And then, of course, their beliefs. Who are they? What is their beliefs? And I love the founding principles of this company. The first one being to build a company that honors and glorifies God. Here's what when most people look at that, they think, oh, it's about, you got to be religious. Here's what I love about Mark and Tracy Jarvis. No, they don't. It's not about being religious. It's about loving on people no matter where they are in life, no matter what their background is, no matter what their religion, no matter what their race. It's about loving on them, and that, in their term, glorifies God. Our second founding principle is to build a company with humble leaders. Folks, you're on a webinar right now with like Mr. Kirby Wright. They're bringing in over $500,000+ in income annually. That's crazy stratosphere money. But you know what? You'd never know it based on the humble leadership. There's people in our company that are making a multi six-figure income that came from nothing 2 or 3 years ago, and you would never know it. It's because of the humble leadership. And we also believe the higher you climb, the more you serve. So it's a different culture here in Zurvita. If you're looking for real, humble, and you're looking for a servant leadership, you've come to the right place. And then our third principle, to build a company where people can win at every level. We've actually, Mark and Tracy have flipped this. They've put all the money on the front end. They've put all the money in our compensation plan for the new person. They believe in they believe in a balanced compensation, which simply means the new people have to make the majority of the money, especially in the beginning, so they can get some traction. And you know what? As you grow in the compensation, everything takes care of itself. So that's how we've been able to make the kind of money we've been able to make, is because we have a lot of people making money. As you can see here, here's our disclaimer. I'm sure you've all read it by now. And it's just to show you that, you know what, nothing's guaranteed. Just signing up in this is not going to make you wealthy. Work will make you wealthy. Now, let's talk about our compensation. We've got a very progressive compensation, which simply means it's going to reward you as you move through. And what I love about it is you can make money retail-wise by getting customers. You can make money. You can make money with overrides, which simply means as an organization, people start to gather customers, and an organization of people, you can make overrides, and of course, bonuses. It's where you can actually get paid money up front. Let's talk about retail real quick. We've got a very aggressive retail front end to this. In other words, between 20 and 45% profit. All that simply means is if you send somebody to your website, you can make a significant retail return when they buy product. All they got to do is hit your buy button, and they order some Zeal Wellness or the Zeal Weight Management System, and you actually would get a commission. You would make the difference of what it would cost for the product. So you actually get to keep all the profit, and that's on the front end. Then, of course, our residual income payout. Imagine for a second, I want you to go here for a second. Imagine making money 24 hours a day, 7 days a week. I just want you to think about this for a second. But this is how this happens. It happens by a team of people going out there and acquiring customers and introducing people who want to promote it and acquire customers as well, and acquire people who want to share the products with people and the opportunity. But by doing so, you can see you make a 5% override on every single product or sale that moves within your 1 through 8 levels. And then, of course, you can see there's also infinity overrides, through your entire organization through infinity. That is our residual pay. And, of course, our bonuses. Let's talk about our bonuses real quick. We have our rank advancements, builder bonuses, team bonuses, and our all-star bonus. And this is how it all works. And by the way, it's all paid through the Zurvita. You can actually get a Zurvita credit card, and all your commissions can be loaded into your Zurvita credit card, and then you can use it, and it's basically branding your business. Now, with that being said, one of our bonuses we call rank bonuses. Zurvita says, look, if you're going to grow through the compensation plan, every time you hit a new rank, we want to give you a commission, a rank bonus for ranking up. And it starts at Premier Consultant all the way up to Crown Ambassador, and you can see this. It goes from $500 to $25,000 for a bonus. So all the way up to Crown, on all the rank bonuses, you would accumulate over $55,000 just in rank commissions. That doesn't include the overrides, and it also doesn't include some other income I'm going to get into in a minute. Now, why is this compensation plan so powerful? Is that if you look at this for a minute, this is just to give you an idea that, residual income takes time to build. It takes time for it to get going. The residual income is the green line. But if you look at the gold line, we've got a way to put what we call instant money in your pocket. And that's our team bonuses. And our team bonuses basically are paid weekly. And here's how we're going to do that. This is what happens. I want to give you a hypothetical. It's never going to happen perfect, but just let me give you an example how this works. It's about, if you go out there and you start with, two like-minded people like yourself. And for example purposes, let's just say everyone here started or purchased what we call a builder pack. And a builder pack it's a pack where it sets you up to really build your business. And what would happen here is one of the first bonuses you would get is what we call a bonus for a builder's bonus. And if you introduce, let's say, Sally on the left, or Sally here and Joe, guess what? You would earn a $100 bonus for introducing and them starting if they purchased and started with what we call builder pack. Now this is how it works. You would earn a $200 in commissions. But guess what? What does Sally and Joe say? Well, you know what? What do we do? Well, go find two like-minded people like yourselves, go out and introduce them, and guess what? They get started with what we call or purchase a builder pack. Then what would happen if you look at it, it basically introducing two who get two here. And what would happen is you would earn a $400 what we call team bonus, which total is a $600 bonus. But guess what? If you do this one example, if you do this within your first 30 days, the company is going to double your team bonus from $400 to $800, and you go from a $600 commission to a $1,000 commission, and this is all within your first 30 days. So our team bonus is very lucrative, but we also put an extra bonus out there for you to hit within your first 30 days. Now, if that isn't good enough, we have a car program. And once you hit your first team bonus, you become car qualified, and that simply means that the company's going to send you a nice letter, they're going to send you a branded license plate, and then it's your option to go out there, and you can go out there and get a BMW, Cadillac, or a Mercedes, and the company will actually just give you more money for advertising your business. When you get a car, they will give you more money per team bonus. Now, let's review. We've got a one-of-a-kind product. We've got a very simple sampling system. We're sharing, not selling. We've got timing on our side. We've got a management and a culture that's designed for you to win. We've got a very aggressive, progressive compensation plan, a path for you to make $1,000 within your first 30 days. But also, when I say progressive, it's to help you go to $2,000 to $5,000 a month within your first 3 to 6 months, and all starting and being part-time. That is powerful. Now, how do you get started? By simply joining our company and you getting what we call a starter kit, a welcome kit. It's at $35, and that gives you a lot of materials to actually get you started. But also, when you get started, we have what we call our monthly wellness pack. Now, let me explain what's included. The month after you start, you're going to, number one, right out of the bat, you're going to get a website with what we call shopping cart technology. You're going to get a website where people can go and buy product and sign up. You're also, when you get started, you're also going to get not only your marketing website, but you're going to also get what we call a Z Center back office. It's going to actually monitor your business 24 hours a day, 7 days a week, reports, all the statistics that you're looking for. It's all right there at your fingertips, 24 hours a day, 7 days a week. You're also going to get what we call a mobile application, a mobile app to actually help build your business with video technology. You'll be able to send videos to people and also information to people all through your phone, all through our mobile app. And then, of course, we're also going to include Success on Demand, which, by the way, most companies charge an additional fee for this. It's all included, as well as your monthly stash of Zeal. So all of this, your product, your marketing website, your app, your back office, and Success on Demand, all for $70 a month. This is all included in your monthly auto ship. Now, on top of that, we have what we call starter packs. Why do we have starter packs? Because you're in business. You need product to get rolling. You need to be consuming it, sharing it, and also you're going to have people that want to buy it. This is our entry level pack. It's what we call our quick start pack. It's all Zeal Wellness, and you can see it's got it's $274, but it's over $540 in value. This is our entry level. Then of course we have our mid-level pack. This is a starting fee of $349, but you can see all the products you get, and you also start to get some of the shakes there. It is a retail value of over $700 for $349. And then, of course, our builder pack. By the way, this is the #1 selling pack. It's $549. You can see you get all that product, plus you get the weight management system, and it's $549, but it has a value of $895. This is all included for $549. Then, of course, we know that when we're doing these presentations, we know that people fall into one of three categories. You're watching this today and you're saying to yourself, looks good, sounds good. You know, there's different emotions you may have, but I could say this. A #1 is simply just not interested. You know what? That's okay. We want to thank you for taking the time to get on here. It's not for everybody, and we truly, truly thank you. Just get with the person who invited you and let them know you're just not interested. You're a #1. Or you might be a #2, and you want to get on Zeal. You want to actually become what we call a preferred loyalty customer and get a deal on the product. Get on the product and see what it's really like. Test drive it. You're a #2, or you might be a #3, and you're saying, not only do I want to drink the product, not only do I want to, but I'm ready to make some money. I'm in. I want to promote Zeal and build a business. Show me how I can make $1,000 or more in my first 30 days. Just let the person know who got you on tonight's webinar if you're a 1, 2, or a 3. And if you're a 2 and a 3, guess what? We're going to put you in the best position as fast as possible to get that product, to get it in your body, but more importantly, if you're #3, to show you how to start making money and help you go all-star. So we want to thank you for tonight. We want to thank you for this getting on this webinar. We've got a lot of people on this webinar, and we truly thank you. God bless everybody, and we thank you for being on tonight.